14th of January, 2186. Recently went to bore rock that was under the Terminid's control to respond to an SOS signal from fellow Helldivers in the area. I had my concussive liberator with me, the ultimatum for any of those big heavy targets that had to die right there, and incendiary grenades by my side. My armor was the CE-74 Breaker armor, but I used the SC-30 Trailblazer Scout helmet with this armor. I mean, look, they look good together to me, in my opinion. They mesh very well. The fashion fits perfectly for it, and I mean, let's be completely honest. Why not look good for Super Earth when you're liberating a planet and, just have some fashion and liberate in some fashion for yourself? Look, I know my fellow Helldivers, anybody listening to this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We go out in that field, we want to look good, but we also want to make sure that, we're liberating the planet, but we're doing it in a good style. Something that fits our type of mesh indeed. My cape was the Reckoning's Cheer that was given to all Helldivers during the Festival of Reckoning this past year. That was a wonderful time of the year to be diving to. It's my first time on the field during the time of year, but it felt good. It felt really nice to be out there during it. This mission that I had recently done was after the event was finished up, but it's still, I wanted to rock it in good style, and it fit for it. I grabbed a hold of my grenade launcher, my guard dog, the orbital laser, and the machine gun sentry, and got planet side. Two other divers were already on the planet, and almost the entire mission, we did not have a fourth to round us out, to support us. We called in another diver sadly got taken out to the Wall of Martyrs. We called another in, but really almost the whole mission, we only had three of us. We made it work. We got stuff done. I'll say up top that, we did succeed in liberating the area and finishing up what we needed to at least. Stalkers were located in the area as well, I had found out, but I don't have as much of a fear of them anymore. Just getting better and stronger at being able to sight them in, locate them on the map and in the areas, and definitely to hear them, and they got a very distinct noise to them. But also, my concussive liberator just completely stops them dead in their tracks to finish them off. If that's for me to finish them off, for a fellow Helldiver, for like a guard dog, or any, whatever it takes to finish them off, they don't really have a lot of armor or strength and health to them. They seem to go down fairly quickly. It's just finding them and killing them. I've also found with some of my experience, for myself and from other divers, I prefer the base AX-AR-23 guard dog. The laser dog, as I and myself, other divers, it seems to have a lot of higher casualty rate and friendly fire count to it. It's, some divers I've seen use it, but boy, I feel like I've seen more people go to the Wall of Martyrs from that guard dog than any of the other ones. Now, I will admit, I don't have the dog breath guard dog or the canine guard dog yet myself, so I can't do any testing on that. Having seen the dog breath, that thing seems to do wonders, and I can understand why divers love that thing. I'm going to hopefully pick that up sooner than later for myself. Only once I had tested out the hot dog guard dog for myself, and I think I'm going to run some solo missions with that first and get a little more of a feel for it. Also, I apologize to my fellow divers on Omicron during the missions for the E711 extraction major order that we had. I hope your stims helped heal your burns and you got better from the mission that was with me. Hopefully diving back out in the field again. Again, I apologize for that. Landing on the planet, I got my gear dropped in basically ASAP at this point. It was a nice clear area, and my fellow Helldivers were just finishing up destroying a rogue research station nearby. Man, what the hell some of those people are doing, going rogue and trying to do their own research and stuff. We have the ministries for this stuff. Let them take care of the things. I mean, we gather the samples, we take care of what they need, get it to them, let them do the work. That's what they're there for. I don't understand this going rogue and doing your own shit type of stuff. That's whatever. We had taken down a nest pretty much instantly after that too, and found an artillery site that we got loading up right away too for later use. The site was disappointing. Maybe this is just me and not understanding some of this, but there was a lot of smoke and static field shells that were located at the site. I don't know what the hell were the other citizens and the CF, everybody else doing there. Like, why did they not have any napalm or like the mini nukes or more explosives or high yields? I don't know. Do they run testing when we're not there? Do they take care of other stuff that we're not there and I don't know about? I mean, I don't have to know about it, I guess. My whole thing is just dive, liberate, dive, clear, dive, liberate, clear, help, dive, liberate, dive again, all those things. That's what I do, but I can vent a little bit still. It's healthy. Got into the city and we found a medium nest in the area that needed wiped out. At this time, thankfully, another diver had actually located the radar station and activated it for us. Helped clear up and know what was on our maps and what we needed to take care of, including the stalker nests that I had noticed that was actually pretty close to where I was. So, thankfully, with the help of another diver, we got opened and looted up a bunker that was nearby. We cleared up the nest. I believe the diver actually kind of sped up that process with a 500 kilogram bomb that he had Eagle 1 drop in. So that was, it's a beautiful explosive. I won't lie about that. Once we got that done, though, I went straight to that stalker lair and closed up that son of a bitch ASAP. Just less of them running around, cloaking and attacking my fellow Helldivers. Yeah, I don't tolerate their bullshit as it is. Like I said, it's not terrible going against them anymore. But for my fellow Helldivers, I'm trying to keep your ass clear too. And keeping your ass clear keeps my ass clear. It keeps everybody's ass clear and just helps everybody's ass out. And less stim usage, which is good. Our main objective in the area was an emergency evacuation for Class A citizens. Myself and another diver got to the satellite area, called down the SSSD, and established that communication uplink with the civilians first. Then, once we got that done, we cleared out another nest that was in the area too. All of us ran to the shuttle bay to start getting the citizens out, get them to the shuttles, get them to safety, get them moving. And despite all the bugs trying to claw their way at the citizens and us, they were stopping, the ruptures coming from the ground and everything. We were able to get them all safely to the shuttle and off the planet, so that was good. Toward the end, as the shuttle was getting ready to leave, we had a dragon roach that flew into the area trying to wipe us out. But thankfully, we had enough firepower. We were able to take them down. I will admit, too, the orbital laser has been a very good help for this, but in my own personal experience, I have found one stratagem seems to work quite well against those dragon roaches. The orbital rail cannon strike is that stratagem. It's just one that's been very solid to use against them. That single shot will take them down pretty much every time. The most difficult part of it is, sadly, just them flying around and trying to get it to lock on properly. From my own and personal experience, let them do their sweep and dragon breath across, do that path first, and then once they start floating and become stationary, you drop that sucker right below them and it will target them every time. Actually, funny story here. When I was on Omicron helping out other divers, on one of the missions that we had, all three of us dropped our rail cannon, orbital rail cannon strikes at the exact same time, and let me tell you, 3 lasers like that pinged on one dragon roach was it was definitely overkill, to say the least, to be honest. One of them takes it down, 3 of them just completely obliterates one of those suckers outright. But hey, you know what? It got done. And the cooldown is long enough that I try to make sure that it's used at a time where we need it. If my other divers, communicating with them, or especially with walkers and mechs that some of the divers use, if they're cleared in the area with those, then I will actually not worry about the rail cannon strike myself, just because I know that we can take care of it. Finally, on Boar Rock and with the mission, we were able to finish up all the objectives. We got to the extraction, called in the Pelican, and got off the planet. Thankfully, it was another successful mission for Super Earth and Managed Democracy. I'm just diving. I'm just continuing to dive. Sometimes I'll go on more straightforward missions, usually solo, and just try to find bunkers and get super credits for myself, because man, there's so many more war bonds I gotta get unlocked, and just gear that I would love to test. And talking to so many divers, some of that stuff, chemical agents and everything, is just so useful. So in time it'll work, but until then, just for Super Earth, for Managed Democracy, and for my fellow Helldivers, I will continue to drop and do everything I can on the field. So, I'll see you planetside.